Up, Cancer, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. All right, guys, so April is here. I know I came out with your mid months a little late, so I'm like, let me get these out a little bit earlier just to make up for that. So hope you guys are doing well. Now let's see what April holds for you. So keep in mind, guys, that this is general. Whatever pops up, pops up. This is going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Cancer signs. And the energy could always be transferable. So it could be something that you're putting out into the atmosphere. It could be something that's kind of coming into you, or coming in for you, rather. So let's see what's going on here. Now, guys, the best way to keep up to date with the readings that I post and all of that, I always post everything on Instagram. I also post daily energies every day, so you guys could always see what's going on in your day. High Vibrations 44 if you want to check it out. All right, so what is going on with the sign of Cancer? What is going on with the sign of Cancer, April 2019? All right. All right, so we have your past, present, and your future. Okay, guys. So with the energy that we have here, the Hierophant, okay, my favorite card. Now, when the Hierophant comes in, whether there's a good or bad situation that we're going through, it's showing that it's really going to help us to be more in alignment of where we're meant to be on the right path, to be going towards our highest self and our highest potential, okay? Behind that, we have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, the Seven of Wands, the Lover's card, and the Four of Swords. So it could be that there may be something that maybe you're strongly invested in that maybe you're not meant to go towards, or something that you shouldn't go towards so that you can really fight for something that you're heavily invested in. All right, so let's see how things play out. Now, the first card for your past, guys, is the Fool card. So being excited about a new beginning, just really being open to something completely new in your life. Okay, you have the Queen of Cups in the reverse, and you have the Devil card. So in this case, you guys are going towards a new beginning, and although it is something that you should be happy about, kind of like a fresh new start, you're upset because of a very toxic situation that may have been around you. For some of you specifically with the Devil card, maybe it was a Capricorn, but a situation here where you need to go on a whole new path, but you're unhappy with toxicity around you. So it's like you're able to manifest something new, but maybe there's disappointment or heartbreak that you're coming from. Okay, so the Two of Swords is the next card, and that makes sense. You're being stuck between a rock and a hard place. Ahead of you is something that's really good and can be very promising of just new things in your life. And then on the other end, you're walking away from something that may have been painful for you, or just something that just didn't help you out. All right, but your soul is at ease with this. Although you're not sure how to go about this new way, your soul knows that you're releasing things that are meant to be released. And you have the Page of Swords here, so there's really a need for a lot of direct conversation here. Okay, just being very honest with yourself, speaking to other people, and being honest about what it is that you need or what you may want. Okay, and not stressing yourself out over the things that you can't control at this point in your life. Now, we do have the King of Wands in the reverse as the last card for your past. So if this is not promiscuity, like in a relationship or just a person who can be promiscuous, then this could be somebody who is very over the top. Think of this as like a boss who's just very overburdening, somebody who is constantly like over your shoulder in a way that it makes you not even want to do anything. Okay, it just makes you angry. We have the Two of Pentacles, so again, you're trying to find balance through this. Maybe someone's juggling people here, romantically speaking. And we have the Ten of Swords. So yeah, some sort of betrayal, some sort of heavy ending, something that just feels heavy here, okay? Where there could be a lot of arguing, a lot of tension, a lot of back and forth between you and someone else. And, when this energy is here, it's not even like, it's not even a talk that can be cohesive for both people. It's a talk where people aren't listening to each other. They're kind of just yelling over each other. And they're not like, trying to understand what the other person is saying. They're just trying to kind of, again, just speak over them. So in your present moment now, we have the Star card. All right, so things could have changed a lot for you, but there is something that is strongly desired here. You know, this is a card about wish fulfillment and good things. We have the Four of Swords. Let me get one more card here. And we have the Five of Wands. Okay, so there is something here that maybe you do strongly desire, but if that's not what it is that you have to let go of, then there's something else that you have to let go of to really get what it is that you desire. But for a lot of you, maybe there's something that you're really wishing for and hoping for, but there's just too many problems, you know, at this time for you to move fully forward with this. Okay, and maybe it's the past. All right, you have the Six of Cups, and this is the center of your reading. This is what every you know, card is going to tie into. So maybe the past has a lot to do with this as to why you haven't fully gone in the direction that you know would be best. Why is the Six of Cups here? We have the King of Swords in the reverse. And the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Okay, maybe you're coming from an abusive past. Maybe you're coming from the energy of someone or of people around you where someone is just very abusive or controlling, and they're only worried about how things benefit them. Okay, maybe you're trying to control something from the past. All right, if this isn't someone being malicious and acting, you know, in a super low vibration where, again, there can be a lot of forms of abuse that are exuded here, then it's somebody who's really been pushed to such an extreme that now they have to protect themselves at an extreme, but it's only if the situation calls for it. So you really have to see which side of the spectrum you're on. But anytime I see this card, it's like, I don't care who's doing what, but nothing is worth this energy. The King of Swords in the reverse is my least favorite card in the entire deck. Okay, this is the card I dislike the least in this position, and it's because I just, you know, I just sense such a bratty, just awful energy. You know, someone that just feels like they should kind of be the shit in a situation, but they're exuding it in the most distasteful way possible. So again, whether someone's making you like this or whether, you know, someone's just showing this, is just not an energy that's worth being around, right? So you have to guard yourself from that. So there's this, you know, final call that you make with the Judgment card up right here, where you're just looking at everything as a whole and you're having to decide ultimately, you know, fuck the back and forth. What do I really want here? What truly needs to be done here? All right. You have the Nine of Cups, a card about happiness, satisfaction. Okay. And you have the Three of Wands in the reverse. So you know that there's something that you can no longer move forward with if you want to be happy. Okay, that's what it comes down to. You can't have both things in your life at once. Okay, because it's like with this thing, you're just not going to be happy. All right, we have the Knight of Wands here. So for some of you, maybe there's a fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius involved. But I see a lot of abundance come in here when you realize that there's just a situation here that you would have put so much effort into and you wouldn't have gotten what you needed. Or maybe someone feels that way about you. But the Emperor in the reverse, someone's being fake and dishonest. And with the Eight of Cups, you walk away from that. Okay, so it doesn't matter who's doing what. If it's not something, again, that's really genuine, then I just don't see, you know, I don't see you being able to build from this. Okay, so moving forward into the future, the first card that we have is the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So a slight imbalance in a situation. Let's see what that is about. We have the Lover's card, so it just straight up could be love, guys. Or just someone that you're super close to, something that you're closely tied to. For some of you, that could be a fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. But the Knight of Wands, this is someone who's very passionate. This is someone who's very loving. And it's like they have a very like contagious sort of energy, you know, that very fiery feeling that you get when you're around the person. So even if it's not a fire sign, it's someone who's going to exude things like that. But because of secrets that may be in a particular situation, it's like you're unhappy with a huge change that's going to happen. You feel like something was a waste of time and effort. And I just don't see you moving forward with it. Okay. With the World card in the verse, you know at this point that something needs to be closed out, but it's just a matter of how you're going to close this out, because there's still this unfinished business, even though you know it needs to be let go of. And we have the High Priestess in the reverse. So that's the problem, guys. That deep down in your gut, you know that you have to let this go. But there's that sense of wanting to turn a blind eye to the situation. This is not someone who doesn't know the truth. This is someone that doesn't want to believe the truth. This is someone that is really in denial, or maybe they're in a place that they're not confident enough to make the moves that need to be made. Okay, so you really want to make sure that you get yourself out of any sort of rut. For some of you, this is something that could cause depression. For others of you, this is a third-party situation within love. But yeah, there's a lot of illusion in something. You're really, really forcing something here. Okay, so what are you forcing? Because ultimately, it doesn't work out. You don't see eye to eye with this person. If it's a job, I just don't see you building in a cohesive way for yourself. Why is this Three of Pentacles in the reverse here? We have the Hanged Man in the reverse. Again, a sense of being forced, a sense of having to move past this. Eight of Wands in the reverse. So something's fully cut out, okay? And with that being done, you know, with you falling out of whatever you need to fall out from, you have a new start that you immediately start working on here, okay? Some, you know, offer that comes in that you feel very passionate about. So you do have good things that, you know, come in. It's just a sense of not being afraid, you know, make the leap. And I'm going to write that down so I can remember that. But yeah, you guys are really going to want to make the leap here. Okay. So Cancer, let's get you guys some cards of advice for how we're going to get through this. And then I'm going to pull you guys an oracle card as well, and we'll talk about it. Okay. Get 3 cards of advice for the sign of Cancer, April 2019. The Six of Wands in the reverse wanted to pop out, which is something that's not successful, okay? We have the Nine of Swords, Tower card in the reverse, Justice card in the reverse, okay? So I'm going to leave this out. Let me pull your oracle card. So the deck I used here, guys, the Wild Tarot Unknown, okay? And then the oracle deck I'm using is Oracle of Visions by Cyril Marchetti. So let's see what card is going to come out for y'all. All right, I'm going to pull this one out here. Okay. Oop, and one fell on the ground. Hold on. Not underground, on the ground. All right, I'll get that in a moment. I just got to remember too, because it's behind my desk, and that's going to be a trip and a half. All right, guys. So we have, for anyone into numerology, number 22. Okay. So let's talk about what this card means, and then we'll talk about the tarot cards that came out. All right. Reflections, looking back, and hindsight. Successes, failures, mistakes, and regrets all belong in the past and cannot be changed. Some things should not be dwelt upon, and we should move on. But both the good and bad have value and have contributed to what we are now and offer lessons to that, guys. I was cut off, so let's go back a little bit. So both good and bad have value and have contributed to what we are now and offer lessons to be learned for future decisions. The distance of time adds context and perspective to a nostalgic review of past events. In this scene, a man views a selection of images from his past. A retro-styled projector is loaded with images of other cards from this deck. As his expression is neutral, it's unclear whether those projected images are evoking fond memories or painful regrets. Probably like an album or catalog from the past, it will be a mixture of both. Do not dwell in the past. There may also be a tendency to overlook details and remember with emotional bias rather than accuracy. So really just being in a point where you know that there's changes that have to happen, but it's like you're taking that moment to reflect. You know, how did I get here? Is this the way that I want to go? Is this the new beginning that's really for me? Okay, so you guys really just have to, you know, not that it's bad to look at the past, even when we should be moving forward, but again, get to that place where you understand what it did for you, how you can move past it, and how what you went through in the past, whether it was good or bad, how it will benefit you for the future. Because there's going to be something good that comes out of everything, even if it seems like a terrible situation. Okay. With the energy that you guys have here, the Six of Pentacles. So you guys finding a sense of balance. But it shows that you guys have to move past something that was very difficult for you and put yourself in a place where you're not, losing sleep at night over this with the Nine of Swords here. So whatever the concern or wherever the concern is coming from, it's something that you guys have to move past, especially if there's some sort of injustice here, whether it be cheating, whether it be something that's just not fair to you, whether it be a karmic cycle that's just not good for you. You guys have to dodge the bullet. Okay. So yeah, it's okay to totally look back at the past and again reflect on it, understand why it had to happen. But you guys are ready for something new. And the cards are saying, out with the old and in with the new. So really make sure, like I said before, to take that leap and to do what might be difficult for you. Okay? Time for something new, guys, for sure. All right. So I'm going to leave that there. I will be back with a mid-month reading for you guys. And if you guys are looking for a personal reading, everything is in the description below in regards to how to get in touch with me. I did get a little swamped about like 2 weeks ago, so I'm just catching up from that now, guys. And yeah, again, my Instagram is highvibrations44. And again, guys, thank you so much for the love, for the subscriptions, for the comments, all of that. I'm about to add 100K. I'm super happy about it. So just thank you for being part of this journey, okay? Take care, Cancer.